Alright, I am on a 2018 Street Bob here, ready to test ride it here. I got here before the actual demo ride start, so they actually said, yeah, sure, let's head out early, you know. So the only thing I guess is kind of strange is the foot placement. I am you know, I'm only 5'8", and my legs feel, I guess, a little bit cramped here. So you know, first perception is if someone's taller, I mean, I can make this work. But yeah, if it was much it feels pretty good. They got some awesome pickup, so I'll say that much. It feels good. I think this has got the 107, so they got a pretty nice rumble to it, I gotta say, even out of the just with the factory exhaust. It actually sounds pretty good. I mean, I definitely want to put something louder on it, but feels pretty good. It's just, I guess the one thing that's kind of strange is how cramped my legs are. I mean, I do like it. You know, it's hard. I'm gonna try and hit my this is actually at the Harley Davidson dealership up in Aurora, and I'm looking at doing the demo days next week at the one in Parker, so I'm hoping to get out on it again. But yeah, I mean, so far I enjoy it. It's just a little strange with the way the way my legs are cramped. You know, I watched a video, Moto Noob Rider out in England test rode him, and he said one thing he didn't like was the way the back brake, your foot has to lean pretty far in, and that's actually true. But yeah, doing good. Yep. They got some awesome pickup. I mean, outstanding pickup, I'll say. I mean, of course, this is the 107, and I'm used to my 1200, so this is going to be quicker. Weight-wise, it feels really good. I do like it. I guess one thing I guess I might do is, if I was going to look at purchasing this, is I'd probably look and see how the front forward controls on them, you know, and see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, it feels really good. Yeah. The only thing that's weird is how the mid controls, a little strange. Yeah. Now, it's pretty cool of them to take me early, since I showed up basically about an hour, almost an hour and a half before the demo days started. So they went ahead and took me early, and just a one-on-one, which is cool, because then I don't have to kind of follow along with the whole group. Yeah, you know, this is the first time I've ever ridden a motorcycle with kind of mini apes on them, so it's actually pretty comfortable. Getting the highway now for just kind of a quick see how fast we can go. I gotta say, at first, when I first saw the new models, I was a little disappointed on the display and not having the bigger gauges, and I thought that the gauge was going to be way too small, but I gotta say, it's actually pretty good. I could see it fine, and there aren't any problems with it. I kind of like the minimalistic kind of display. I know when it first came out, and I wasn't a big fan of seeing the pictures, but actually riding it, it's actually pretty good, I gotta say. It's you know, it's kind of nice, minimalistic, and you know, the tank's definitely smaller, you know, gallons smaller than the other one, so I'm not real pleased on that, but I gotta say, it's a pretty damn nice ride. Even suspension wise, I mean, compared especially to the 48, where you know, you get on that thing and you feel every little bump, but this is pretty nice. It's got nice suspension. It's a pretty damn nice ride. And I will say this, when I first got on, my legs felt pretty cramped, and maybe just because I'm not used to it. So actually now my legs actually feel pretty good. So I don't know if it's just riding it for a couple miles and I'm kind of getting the hang of it. But and especially because I'm used to the 48, where I've got the front-facing controls. But again, that is something I would consider, is going with the if I did purchase this, is eventually down the line I might go with the forward-facing controls, because I do like that on the 48. Which is interesting, because my other 3 bikes all had the mid controls, and so it took me a little bit to get used to the 48. Now I've got those forward controls. I really like it. I think it extends your legs out a little more, avoids kind of cramping. I feel like if I was doing any type of long distance riding on this, or I mean, not even long distance, but I mean, like, you know, 100 miles, a little bit more, I think pay attention to what we're doing here. But I think, yeah, I would cramp up if I went for like a couple 100 miles on a day. You know, I think my legs in this position would cramp up. So, you know, one thing, you know, that you know, a lot of people have been bashing on Harley is the lack of chrome on these bikes. And I mean, I'll be honest, I've never been much for chrome, so I do really like the blacked out look. You know, I wasn't too keen on this color, this like denim red, but it's definitely grown on me considerably, so so I do like it. Yeah. I mean, we're doing about 70, about 80 miles per hour, and they feel pretty damn good, I gotta say. I mean, it is it's pretty windy out, so hopefully volume's coming across pretty good. Alright, there we go. Slow down a little bit here. Yeah, it feels pretty good, I gotta say. I'm not used to the mini apes, you know, so that was a little different, kind of getting used to, but it's actually a comfortable riding position. Yeah, this is pretty badass, I gotta say. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, in all fairness, I've never ridden one of the older model Street Bobs, so you know, I can't give a direct comparison to the two. So basically what I'm going off of is my 48. So when I talk about the comparisons and the way it feels, but I mean, it feels great. I do like it. The seat's actually not bad, you know. I like that it kind of comes up a little bit, because that's why I changed the seat on my 48, because I felt like that there was nothing on my lower back or butt to actually keep me from sliding out of that seat, and this has a little bit of that lip that curves up, so it is pretty good. Is it perfect? No, not by any means. I mean, sure, if I were to buy something like this, I would probably change the seat out, although it wouldn't be the first thing I do, because you know, on the 48 I changed the seat right away, because I didn't feel safe in that, with the, you know, with the torque, and you're throttling that thing and moving. I literally felt like I was going to slide out of the seat. So on this seat, it's actually pretty good. It's not perfect by any means, but it's actually not bad either. He's got the Fat Bob over there, so I would definitely like to. We're gonna switch somewhere along the way, but this is I gotta say, the brakes are really good. No issues with the brakes, other than the like I said, the brake on the right side is hang on a second here. What's that? It's nice, yeah, right, it's nice. My legs were a little cramped initially, but they're kind of getting used to it now with the position.
I had forwards on my Street Bob.
Yeah.
These are a little bit further forward.
Yeah. Right, yep. Yeah, they've got some awesome pickup. That is kind of weird on the brake where your foot almost has to lean forward past it, so that is kind of strange. And you know, when I was watching Moto Noob Rider's video and he mentioned that, you know, sometimes you don't know if it's all the bikes or certain, you know, just certain ones, but this is the same where your right foot kind of has to lean past it and into the down position. And on my other bike, I'm cop in front of us here, but on my other bike, I'm definitely used to the pedal being higher, so it is a little bit getting used to. I don't know if they can make any adjustments on that.
We'll go to Airport Road.
Yeah.
I'll pull over, we'll switch bikes, and then go to the loop there.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect, yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the forwards a little bit more switch.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, he's on the Fat Bob, so I'm definitely looking forward to riding that. So yeah, it's been a I don't know, I've enjoyed it. You know, it's been a fun ride. I mean, like I said, I've never ridden you know, the older Street Bob, so I can't compare it, but I can say just off of my 48, I mean, this has got a ton of power on it. You know, I mean, that's definitely, I mean, of course it's got the bigger engine over my 48, but feels good, feels really smooth. I mean, the shifting feels really good. You know, one thing, it's not as clunky, and I don't even call it clunky, but you know, when you're shifting on the 48, you could definitely feel it, and the shifting is definitely much smoother on this than on my bike. So alright guys, well I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it good for this, and I'll turn the camera back on when I'm on the other bike.